The Nazi regime was built on hate and destruction. It also mastered the art of propaganda. The Nazis understood the power of symbols. They used symbols to spread their ideology and control the German people. These symbols evoked fear, hatred, and blind loyalty. They remain potent reminders of a dark chapter in human history. Understanding these symbols is crucial. We must recognize their danger. We must prevent history from repeating itself. If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Together we can keep history alive and learn from it. The Nazis did not invent the symbols they used. They appropriated and distorted them. The swastika, for example, has ancient roots in many cultures. It was a symbol of good fortune and well-being. The Nazis twisted it into an emblem of Aryan supremacy and racial hatred. The Reichsadler, or imperial eagle, was another ancient symbol. It was used by the Holy Roman Empire. The Nazis adopted it as a symbol of German power and aggression. The swastika is perhaps the most recognizable symbol of Nazi ideology. It is a simple yet powerful design. It consists of a cross with arms bent at right angles. Before the Nazis, it held positive connotations in many cultures. It represented good luck, prosperity, and spirituality. The Nazis adopted the swastika in the 1920s. They made it a symbol of Aryan identity and German nationalism. They believed that the Aryan race was superior to all others. They used the swastika to promote their racist ideology. The Nazis used a range of other symbols to promote their ideology. The Reichsadler, or imperial eagle, was a prominent symbol. It represented German power and dominance. The eagle was often depicted clutching a swastika in its talons. This symbolized the Nazi grip on Germany. The Nazis also used runes, ancient Germanic letters, for their symbolic value. The SS, or Schutzstaffel, adopted the double S rune as its emblem. The SS was Hitler's elite guard. It was responsible for carrying out the Holocaust. The Iron Cross, a military decoration, was another symbol the Nazis exploited. They used it to promote militarism and glorify war. Art as propaganda. How the Nazis used art to spread their message. The Nazis understood the power of art. They used it to promote their ideology and control the German people. Nazi art was characterized by realism, heroism, and glorification of the Aryan race. It often depicted idealized Aryan men and women. These figures were strong, healthy, and proud. They represented the Nazi ideal of racial purity. Nazi art was used in propaganda posters, films, and sculptures. It was displayed in public spaces throughout Germany. The allure of power. Why Nazi symbols hold a dangerous appeal. Despite their association with hate and genocide, Nazi symbols continue to hold a dangerous appeal for some. This fascination stems from several factors. Some are drawn to the symbol's association with power, authority, and strength. Others may be attracted to the symbol's aesthetic qualities, such as their bold designs and striking colors. Still others may be motivated by a desire to shock or offend. It is essential to remember that these symbols represent a hateful and destructive ideology. The aesthetics of evil. The visual language of Nazi propaganda. The Nazis were masters of propaganda. They understood the power of aesthetics. They used visual imagery to create a sense of awe, fear, and obedience. Nazi propaganda often featured monumental architecture, mass rallies, and idealized images of Aryan people. These images were designed to evoke emotions of pride, power, and belonging. The Nazis used color effectively. They favored bold colors like red, black, and white. These colors conveyed a sense of strength, aggression, and purity. History's warning: the dangers of glorifying Nazi symbols. The glorification of Nazi symbols is dangerous. It minimizes the horrors of the Holocaust. It normalizes Nazi ideology. It can lead to the resurgence of neo-Nazi groups. These groups promote hatred, intolerance, and violence. It is crucial to remember that Nazi symbols represent a dark chapter in human history. They should never be celebrated or glorified. Despite efforts to eradicate them, Nazi symbols persist. They appear in graffiti, online forums, and even in mainstream media. The internet has become a breeding ground for hate groups. These groups use social media to spread their message and recruit new members. It is important to be vigilant in identifying and challenging Nazi imagery wherever it appears. Education is the most powerful weapon against hate. We must teach future generations about the horrors of the Holocaust. We must help them understand how Nazi ideology took root. we must promote critical thinking skills. These skills will help people resist propaganda and hate speech. We must also promote tolerance and understanding between different cultures and religions. Remembrance is crucial. We must never forget the victims of Nazi persecution. We must honor their memory by fighting against all forms of intolerance and discrimination. We have a responsibility to create a world where such atrocities never happen again. This requires constant vigilance and a commitment to justice and equality. The legacy of Nazi Germany is a stark reminder of the dangers of hatred, intolerance, and unchecked power. The symbols of the Nazi regime continue to serve as potent reminders of this dark chapter in human history. We must reject these symbols and the ideology they represent. We must strive to create a world where all people are treated with dignity and respect. Symbols are powerful. They can evoke strong emotions. They can shape our beliefs. They can influence our behavior. It is essential to be aware of the power of symbols. We must use them responsibly. We must choose symbols that represent hope, peace, and unity. Let us create a world where the swastika and other symbols of hate are relegated to the dustbin of history. Are Nazi symbols banned? Yes, in many countries, Nazi symbols are banned due to their association with hate speech and violence. Laws vary by country, but many have strict regulations to prevent the spread of extremist ideologies. In Germany, the use of Nazi symbols is strictly prohibited under criminal law. Exceptions are made for educational and historical purposes. Similar laws exist in Austria, France, and other European nations. These measures reject ideologies that led to one of the darkest chapters in history. They remind us that such hatred must never take root again.